What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. We got some major news here for you guys, multiple different things. Take a look here. We'll jump right in. Wow, things are going crazy. And it really feels like the world is just 2023 has lived up to its promise that it just feels like the world is getting crazier and crazier since 2020. 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. When is this going to stop? Take a look. Yeah, oil prices now hit a 10-month high as Saudi Arabia and Russia extend their supply cuts. Remember now that Saudi Arabia, Russia, and OPEC Plus have now cut 3 million barrels per day production cut, which is basically negated all of the US's supply ramp up. Here is the US's actual oil production. So we are actually producing almost an all-time high of oil production. This is why I like to show this here, because most people have no idea what oil production in the US is. We're at 12,800 barrels per day. So basically 12.8 million barrels per day. Our all-time high production pre-pandemic was 13 million per day. We are almost at that. We're at 12.8, okay? And we're just about at that. So pre-pandemic, before, the bottom fell out, we're almost at that, guys. This is right from EIA.gov, okay? You can see we're actually at a spike up here, okay? And so we're almost at pre-pandemic oil production here in the US, but gas prices keep rising. You could see here, US national average gas prices still very, very high, almost $4 a gallon, diesel at $4.45, extremely high. They've been a little bit stable here over the last week or so, but I mean, this is not good news. And honestly, if you want to know who's to blame, it's not the US, because our production is higher than it has been almost ever. We're almost at an all-time high production ever since going back to the height of pre-pandemic. We're almost there. We're almost at the highest production ever. And the reason is because Saudi Arabia and Russia have cut almost 3 million barrels per day. Oil prices surged 2% on Tuesday to their highest since November after Saudi Arabia and Russia extend their voluntary supply cuts by 3 more months to the end of this year, worrying investors about potential shortages during peak winter demand. Brent crude. You like how I combined those words into one non-existent word there? Brood. That'll be the new term for Brent crude. Brent crude oil futures rose by $2 or 2.3% just on the news instantly to over $90 a barrel, getting close to $100 sentimental value. Once it hits that $100 a barrel mark, it's explosion time for the world. Once it hits that, it's just kind of like the bad news bears come out. Eclipsing the first time since $91 a barrel since last November. Meanwhile, U.S. West Texas intermediate crude rose again almost 3% to almost close to $90 a barrel as well. Investors had expected Saudi Arabia and Russia to extend voluntary cuts into October, but instead they went all the way to the end of the year. Yeah. And this shows you how much Russia, Saudi Arabia, and other worldwide countries can determine what happens in the US and abroad, and can determine what happens in your pockets. Despite, even if the United States doesn't buy a single drop of Russian oil, which they're not, because we're seeing the effects of this happen right now. Yeah. And we're also seeing the effects of this happen on food supplies, as supplies are at all-time highs, still pretty much. I mean, I guess it depends on which specific food item. And we're seeing transportation charges on food, and the war in Ukraine having no signs of stopping anywhere near time soon. In fact, I'll get to a large story that here on a second. I want to show you this first. Leader of the Republicans in the Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell had brain scans. They found no stroke or seizures after the second freeze. Doctors say brain scans conducted on Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell found no evidence he had seizure disorder or experienced a stroke in connection with his second public episode of freezing up. As he spoke, a doctor said in a new letter. Dr. Brian Monahan, the attending physician for Congress, also told Mitch McConnell there is no evidence he has a movement disorder such as Parkinson's disease. As he froze while speaking up to reporters on Wednesday, he had a similar experience while speaking to reporters earlier in July 26th. It may be some kind of reaction to the concussion he suffered from falling. He is 81 years old. Yeah. And he still has several years left on his election term, as he won re-election by a landslide for 6 years in the Senate. Also, something very disturbing, as Cuba reports that they have uncovered human trafficking of Cubans to fight for Russia in Ukraine. Yeah, being reported directly from Cuba. Here is what they say. Yeah, Cuba says that they have uncovered a human trafficking ring that has coerced its citizens to fight for Russia in the war in Ukraine. Its foreign ministry has said, adding that Cuban authorities were working to neutralize and dismantle the network. The statement comes from Cuba's foreign ministry late on Monday, and so far has gave few details. We're expecting more, I assume, but noted the trafficking ring was operating both within the Caribbean island nation, thousands of miles from Moscow, and in Russia. Quote, the Ministry of the Interior is working on neutralization and dismantling of a human trafficking network that operates from Russia to incorporate Cuban citizens living there, and even some from Cuba, into the military forces participating in war operations in Ukraine. This is the Cuban government that has said this. The Russian Defense Ministry did not immediately respond to Reuters from requests for comment, but I imagine whatever they say will be just, they'll deny it, I'm sure. Russia last year announced a plan to boost the size of its armed forces by more than 30%, which is they're actually forcing people to go into the military without choice. So by draft, and they're actually not even letting people leave the country. And in late May, a Russian newspaper in Ryazan City reported that several Cuban citizens had signed contracts with Russia's armed forces and had been shipped to Ukraine in return for Russian citizenship. It was not immediately clear if the Cuban Foreign Ministry statement was associated with the Ryazan report. Russia, which has strong political ties with communist-run Cuba, has long been an important destination for Cuban migrants seeking to escape economic stagnation at home. I'm not sure if Russia fighting in the war and potentially dying will be a better choice. Cuba's foreign ministry says Cuba is not part of the war in Ukraine. Cuba is acting and will act energetically against anyone who participates in any form of human trafficking for the purpose of recruitment of Cuban citizens as mercenaries to use arms against any country. Again, so this is what Cuba's own country is saying here. So you guys can read it. This is Cuba's government saying it right here against Russia. So you can read it with your own eyes. Cuba said it has already begun prosecuting cases in which its citizens has been coerced into fighting in Ukraine. Attempts of this nature has been neutralized and criminal proceedings have been initiated against people involved in these activities. Yeah, so there's Cuba's government announcing officially to the world what their findings are. You can let me know your thoughts in the comments. I will keep you up to date here on everything happening here on a daily basis that you need to know about. If you haven't yet, click the subscribe button down below and the bell icon so you don't miss out on any new videos. It's completely free to do so. New videos come out here on our YouTube channel every day. And thanks for liking and sharing these videos. Click here to see new mandates that you need to know about. Or click here for big news for millions of Americans. Click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.